Hello everyone, welcome again to another edition of Sports Masters. We are your hosts, Movie Master Mike.
And the Boston Boy.
We are back and just as mediocre as ever with Week 10 of the 2015 NFL season. It is flying by. But before we get into Week 10, as always, let's do a quick recap of Week 9. On the Thursday night game, we had the Browns at the Bengals, and the Bengals won to stay undefeated, as expected. We both chose that, and the Bengals did win. And then we had the Dolphins at the Bills for the first Sunday game, and we both went Dolphins, and the Bills won.
Bills, yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
What's his name came out on fire?
The quarterback?
No, Shady McCoy.
Oh, okay, yeah. And didn't they get him from the Eagles?
Yeah.
What a crazy trade. Anyway, then we had the Packers at the Panthers, and I went Panthers, you went Packers, and the Panthers won to stay undefeated.
The Packers came back. They looked pretty dismal in the first half, came back second half, but not enough.
It wasn't a complete blowout or anything like that, but
right.
The Panthers did win. Then we had the Jaguars at the Jets, and the Jets won. We both picked Jets. Then we had the Rams at the Vikings, and the Vikings won, and we both picked the Vikings. Then we had the Redskins at the Patriots, and that was a really obvious choice. The Patriots were going to win. They did, and we both chose that, obviously.
The Redskins could not catch a pass the entire game. Yeah. They dropped like half the passes.
Oh, my God.
Ridiculous.
It wasn't aired on TV out here, and I don't have like the NFL package or anything like that. So I wasn't watching it, but my dad was watching it, and he was giving like a play-by-play through text. Like every couple of minutes, it was like, touchdown, what was it, the onside kick recovered.
Oh yeah.
Then forced fumble, but then an interception. Like they only had one completed pass.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. But so the Patriots won. It probably should have been a bigger blowout.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why 27 points. I guess Redskins had some defense, and we did throw a pick, but they didn't capitalize on it. But.
Yeah, and at one point we did only get a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Titans at the Saints was the next game. We both went Saints, and the Titans won.
I actually didn't even know that, but terrible.
That's crazy.
Good for the Titans, though. I guess Wisenhunt getting fired was a good thing for them.
Yeah, and Marcus Mariota came back for that game. He was out for a few weeks.
Right.
And then we had the Raiders at the Steelers. We both went Raiders, and the Steelers won. It was so close.
Yeah.
So close.
And the Raiders, though, they are hot, man.
Yeah, they played a good game. That first quarter, it was really good. They were playing some good ball. All right, then we had the Giants at the Buccaneers. We both went Buccaneers.
And the
Giants won. It was I should have known, but
it's so
I just don't want to pick the Giants. Yeah. All right, next we had the Falcons at the 49ers. We both went Falcons, and the 49ers won.
Blaine Gabbert's debut.
Yeah.
He came out and didn't blow anything out or anything, but he played a good
1-point game. But didn't Kaepernick come in for one play? He get rocked and he had to go out for the concussion test, and Kaepernick had to play? I think so.
I didn't know that, perhaps, yeah.
Then we had the Broncos at the Colts. You went Colts, I went Broncos, and the Colts won, which is awesome that the Broncos are not undefeated anymore. That is so awesome. I mean,
and he didn't they were making all this hoopla about him beating all Brett Favre's records. I think he might have beaten the pass record, but not the wins. Not yet.
All right, then we had the Eagles at the Cowboys for the Sunday night game. We both went Eagles, and they did win in overtime. It was not a very pretty game for either team. But, I mean, at one point, I had tuned in, and all of a sudden, the Eagles scored. And then right after that, the Cowboys scored. It was like, wow.
But the refs were doing everything they could in that game to get the Cowboys that win, but there was some plays they just couldn't throw a ridiculous PI flag. Some of those were silly.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
But, Eagles still pulled it off in overtime.
Yeah, but then the Monday night game, we had the Bears at the Chargers. We both went Chargers.
Who would have known?
Yeah, the Bears won. That's crazy.
And Phillip Rivers was so fired up at the beginning of that game. He was so excited, and then the Bears came out with some pretty strong plays.
Yeah, so at the end of the week, we were both 6-7.
6-7.
Because I chose the Panthers, and you chose Packers. So you got that one wrong, and I got it right. And I went Broncos, and you chose Colts. So we each got the same ones.
I thought for sure I'd regret that one, but especially as the week progressed, I was like, oh man, they just fired their defensive coordinator. And
well, I mean, if you go back and watch the video, I was like, ooh, I picked the Broncos, but I don't know if I should. I was on the fence, so
I didn't think I thought the Panthers wouldn't be undefeated, but man, they were blowing them out in that first half.
They were looking
long
good.
Bombs. Cam Newton throws a pretty long ball. But.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Well, those are our picks for Week 9. So now let's move in to Week 10.
Week 10.
All right, Week 10, we have the Thursday night game, which is the Bills at the Jets, divisional game. And a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, the Bills, especially with LaShawn McCoy playing the way he did last week, I can never remember the quarterback's name. Ty
Taylor or something? I can't remember either. Because he came out of like nowhere.
Yeah, but anyway, but he's a really good quarterback, really good running quarterback. He's got some nice passing ability too, but he looks real good when he runs. He's like slick, man. But the Jets have been holding their own. They're 3 losses, but a couple weeks ago they could have taken the division if they beat the Patriots. So overall, Jets, based on the record, are the better team. They're at home in New Jersey, and I'm gonna have to go with the Jets. The hated Jets.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because they are just like the slightly stronger team. You're right. If they would have just beat the Patriots, they would be on top. Well, maybe not now because we already have a divisional win, but yeah, I think they're just a little bit stronger than the Bills. Even though the Bills looked pretty good last week, but there were those weeks there where they just didn't look good at all. So I'm gonna have to go Jets.
I think it's Tyrod Taylor. Is that it, Tyrod?
Yes, I think you're correct.
Okay. All right, so moving into the Sunday games, we have the Jaguars visiting the Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually tough.
That's really tough because the Ravens do suck, but I don't think they suck nearly as bad as
the Jags. But the Jags are progressing. They're getting progressively better year by year. They're still flatlining every year, but
yeah, kind of like the Raiders and even the Titans. Once they get they have a decent quarterback with Bortles, but I think Flacco is just a better quarterback. He has won a Super Bowl. He's been to the playoffs every year he's played. So I think the Ravens are going to win.
Yeah, and calling himself elite recently, and there was all this hoopla about that.
Yeah, being 1-6 or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I have to agree. I can't go Jags here, despite the Ravens' obvious shortcomings. Despite losing Steve Smith for the season, probably their best player. Gotta go Ravens still at home.
Yeah. All right, next we have the Browns at the Steelers.
I thought the Steelers... Well, they lost Ben Roethlisberger
again. Yeah, that's
big
right.
Time.
It is big time. And what's his name is still out.
Le'Veon Bell. See, that's been the thing. They've kind of gone back and forth, but it's either been one or the other playing until now. No, both of them are out.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Steelers with an obvious victory. Considering their win against the Raiders, who I thought would win. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go Browns here, man.
I agree.
Browns.
If it weren't for Ben being out, if Ben were playing, I'd have to go Browns.
Yeah.
But he's not playing. The Browns aren't playing terrible. Last week against the Bengals, they had Mr. Money in there, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. And he didn't look terrible. He didn't look great.
He's running, but he's keeping his eyes on the field now, I've noticed. Usually he starts...
usually he's running because he's like, I'm going to make the play, so I'm going to run the ball. But now he's like, I'm going to have to scramble to maybe make the play. But, oh, wait, there's somebody.
Stay in the play, right, yeah.
So, I'm going to have to agree. The Browns, even though they're on the road and coming off of loss, but without Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell, I think the Browns have a good chance.
Yeah. All right, so next we have Panthers at the Titans.
Panthers at Titans. Panthers, they're on a roll. Even though the Titans look pretty good here and there,
It's crazy how well the Panthers are playing.
Yeah.
It's
especially
crazy.
at the beginning of the season where everyone was like, oh, all the receivers are injured or whatever, so they're not going to do anything. Now
if I told you at the beginning of the season that the Panthers would be undefeated,
in week 10,
you would have dropped all your money. Hell no, you know what I mean? So, crazy.
Panthers.
I almost want to go with the upset after the Titans beat the Saints the way they did, but the Saints' biggest shortcoming is their defense and in particular their secondary. So that's likely the reason for the high score on the Titans. And so Panthers are going to continue their streak. It's crazy. It's going to be probably a few teams still in Week 10 undefeated.
Yeah.
Unprecedented.
I know, that's crazy. But next we have the Bears at the Rams.
The Bears had a surprising win against the Chargers.
The Chargers aren't that great.
Yeah, but they're good. And in each of the games that they were losing, they're still in the game, and it's too bad for them. I don't really care because I know a few Chargers fans that I don't really care for. So, in any case, I think the Rams are better than the Bears. I don't know why I was talking so much about the Chargers here. Rams are the better team, and they're at home, so I'm going to go Rams.
Yeah, if it weren't for Nick Foles and Todd Gurley, That dude is crazy.
Yeah.
That guy runs like nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he's up there with Adrian Peterson this year. You know?
Yeah.
And they're comparing him stats side by side.
Yeah.
So.
It's just seeing him run. Like he just breaks away from everybody. He's just so fast. It's ridiculous. Like didn't they say like his speed is like has increased?
21. Yeah, every week. Last week it was 21 miles an hour. Is what
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Only because of that, I'm gonna give the Rams the edge.
And that's the thing. Adrian Peterson, he's aging. He's on the decline, but he's a rookie. He's only going to get better. Like,
I know,
that's
right?
Nice, dude. So.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so next we have the dreadful Cowboys visiting the Buccaneers on a 5-game losing streak.
You got to think that the Cowboys are gonna win sooner or later.
We'll be on the road against the Bucs. Well, last year they had a better road record than they did at home. So.
Yeah, but I don't think that they're gonna win this game. I think the Bucs, even though I don't think that they're very good, their quarterback is young and talented. You know, we said a lot that we thought Mariota would be better in the pros because of what's his name's decisions off the field. You know, stealing the crab legs or whatever.
Right.
But he's not a bad quarterback, and I just think they've got the momentum coming in. So
yeah. Oh man, part of me wants to go Cowboys. That they will close that losing streak, but. Man, it's tough. Both of them are on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna go Bucs. I'm gonna go Bucs at home.
Yeah, it just seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, next we have the Lions at the Packers.
Lions at Packers. 2-game losing streak for the Packers. I couldn't believe that they lost. Well, I can. The Panthers are strong, but I thought that would be where they exposed the Panthers. But Packers haven't been playing great.
No, they haven't.
They haven't been playing that badly to where they'll lose to the Lions. So. Packers at home in Lambeau. I think they'll just make them look real silly.
Yeah, the Packers, they're not nearly as strong as they've been in years past, and Rodgers just doesn't seem the same. Even last year, after he said the whole, relax, we lost 2 out of 3 or 4 games in the beginning, and then, just went
fired.
Yeah, but, I mean, he just seems to be getting sacked a lot. His O-line isn't really protecting him as well.
He had one play where he stepped up and he avoided, and he was doing really well, but then finally they got to him. So.
Yeah. But they're so much better than the Lions, especially at home, and it's a divisional game. They can't lose to the Lions.
Yeah.
So they're going to do all they can to win, and they're going to. The Packers are going to win.
Dolphins visiting the Eagles, that could be interesting.
This could be really interesting, Dolphins and Eagles, because the Eagles... they're like that Frankenstein monster team who were slapped together with all these weird trades and things. Yeah, it was really weird that what Chip Kelly was doing on the offseason. But
lots and lots of moves though, man. Why the hell not?
And the Dolphins, they look good for those 2 weeks where they just came out after they fired their coach and they scored 40 points or whatever, but then they're on a 2-game losing streak. And I don't think they're going to win this game. I think the Eagles have what it takes at home to defeat the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Eagles fan base are really low on Sam Bradford, and you would think that with the running backs he's got that he'd be playing a little bit better. He's got a couple of good running backs, but man, this is tough. But yeah, I have to agree. Eagles are at home. They, despite the refs doing everything they could to get the Cowboys to win that game, and it was disappointing the way it went in that overtime. And Sam Bradford came out, threw a nice pass for the
touchdown.
Go away touchdown victory. Whatever it's called.
I have no idea.
They scored the touchdown and won the game. So, Eagles at home. Yeah. Saints at the Redskins.
All right, Saints and Redskins. This is tough because the Saints had a few really good games. That 7-touchdown game was ridiculous, but there was just no defense in that game.
I mean, even last week they scored high, but Titans scored more.
Yeah. So the Redskins just aren't that good. They had that one win a couple of weeks ago that looked really good. They had to come back and stuff, but I think
Kirk Cousins is all fired up. What was he saying? Have you seen the clip?
No, I haven't seen the clip.
You like it, or something like that. He's screaming, flipping out.
But I think the Saints are better. Drew Brees is a really good quarterback. He's up there, so I think the Saints are going to win.
He's in the conversation best ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's real good.
And I have to agree again. There's no reason to go Redskins, despite the Saints, playing more poorly than you would expect this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Redskins will still be a surprising win here. So Saints on the road. All right, next we have the Vikings visiting the Raiders.
This one's tough. The Vikings are playing all right, and the Raiders are playing all right.
Yeah.
And, man, Teddy Bridgewater is good. So is Derek Carr. Man, that's a tough game.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with the Raiders. I think I just like the Raiders just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those complete coin toss games.
And they're at home on that silly baseball field.
Yeah.
Have we disagreed yet? I don't think we have.
I'm not sure if we have, no. Well, a lot of these are like, it seems fairly obvious. So.
Yeah. But I do have to agree. I mean, the Vikings are playing a little bit better than they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are playing a lot better than they did last year.
Oh, yeah.
Which puts them on a level.
Mm-hmm.
But Raiders, I think that they probably a little pissed off that they lost last week against the Steelers. It was such a close game, and they've been on such a roll, and I don't see that loss being enough to put them in their heads and not play well. So,
Right.
Yeah, Raiders at home.
The Chiefs at the Broncos, division rivalry. Just a couple of years ago, these two were both undefeated when they met each other.
Part of me wants to go upset again like I did last week with the Colts because the Chiefs haven't been playing that bad a ball, but I can't. The Broncos lost a close one against the Colts, so Broncos at home.
Yeah, they're at home. I think that's one of the biggest things. Not that they're like the greatest team. They have a really good defense, and Peyton Manning is looking a little bit better than he did the first couple of weeks. But the Chiefs just don't seem like they're the same team anymore.
Yeah.
So I got to go Broncos on this one. All right, next we have the Patriots at the Giants.
The New Jersey Giants.
The New Jersey Giants.
Not a tough decision, although it could be, and a lot of people are probably going to pick of all the games on our lineup, the Patriots lineup this year. I think this is the one that, when they show the fans picks, it's going to be the closest percentage. It'll probably still be like 60% Patriots, but Giants are our kryptonite, man.
Yes,
they win
really,
almost
really
every
are.
game we play.
Mm-hmm.
Postseason, preseason, regular season. So, nonetheless, the Patriots are on the revenge tour, and they're on that revenge list. So let's do some more ass kicking with the Giants.
Yeah, this is one of those, like, probably the only game in the whole season where I'm like, we could absolutely lose this game.
Yeah.
Like the Redskins, no way. The Jets I was kind of worried about. The Colts I was a little worried about.
A little bit. Not really. I thought we were blow the Colts out. I was kind of surprised by that margin of victory.
Yeah, and but this is the one I'm absolutely worried about. Like the Broncos, maybe if they're playing the caliber that they were last year.
Yeah.
But they're not, so I'm not too worried. But this one, I'm real worried that we're going to lose this game. But I don't think we will. Like you said, we're on the revenge tour. We're trying to get revenge on everybody. Show the NFL. Because we're under scrutiny.
Right.
They're going to make sure those balls are not under the
Something
TSR.
that I want to talk about, by the way, the fact that they rehired, was it McNally and the other guy, the two guys that they thought were in cahoots with this?
Right.
The fact that they've rehired them, they're the ball boys again. Doesn't that show you? You know what I mean? Like, it's first of all, it's a big screw you to the NFL, and second of all, it shows that they're convinced that there's no wrongdoing. You know what I mean? And the fact that the NFL didn't come and say, no, you can't rehire them because you were. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I think that speaks volumes to me. But
and I've always stated, innocent until proven guilty. We were accused of doing something. There's been no evidence.
Right.
So
unfounded. They found just as many with the Colts. All the stuff that came out, like sure, some of them were underdeflated, but so weren't the Colts balls. The whole first report about, everything about this, it falls apart. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
The fact that it was such.
But because it happened, I think Tom Brady's got that fire.
Yeah, and it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is going to be a good thing when it comes down to the history books, because this is going to be the undefeated season. Let's hope.
Yeah, but I'm going to pick the Patriots, even though there's a good chance that we could lose this game. But I'm going to go with the Patriots.
I just think there's too much to expose on the Giants' defensive end, and I don't think they have nearly enough offensively either. So, Anyway, so.
All right, next we have the Cardinals at the Seahawks.
Cardinals visiting the Seahawks. The Cardinals are a better team this year, I think. Seahawks are still strong, and I could totally see them going on a rampage and not losing another single game the rest of the year kind of thing. But I still want to give the nod to the Cardinals, just because to the home team. Overall, I think they're the better team.
But they're not. Well, they're our home team. Yeah, they're not.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. They're my. We are in there.
Right.
So they're my home team. Cardinals are going to beat the Seahawks. Hopefully.
I think that's where we're going to actually disagree. I think the Seahawks, they're at home. It's hard to win up there.
Definitely.
And I think, like you said, like they could probably go on like an 8-game, or I mean, there's not really 8 games left, but
yeah,
on
we have to go to the playoffs. So.
Yeah, so I think they're going to go on a pretty big run here, and this is the point to do it. So I think
this would be how to make the playoffs, beating a divisional opponent.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I guess the final game, the Monday night game, we have the Texans at the Bengals.
This is an easy one. The Bengals are going to win this. The Texans aren't playing that well at all this year. I mean, what's his name? He's going to probably get sacked. Yeah, he's probably going to get sacked a whole bunch by J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
But I just don't see them losing this game, especially at home. Maybe they're playing a better team, but they're going to stay undefeated. There's still going to be 3 undefeated teams.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, probably the most likely to no longer be defeated, I hate to say it, would be the Patriots this week, but...
yeah, how crazy is that?
I know.
Like, we could potentially
that would be
have
so
a loss
disappointing
before the
Patriots
Bengals and
Panthers,
yeah.
But, yeah, I have to... Obviously, I'm agreeing here. The Bengals are too good, and the Texans have been too mediocre this season.
Yeah,
not even mediocre. I mean,
they're pretty
less
bad,
than average.
yeah.
So you can't go Texans here. Bengals. So
all right, well, to recap of all of our picks. First, I went the Jets, the Ravens, the Browns, the Panthers, the Rams, the Buccaneers, the Packers, the Eagles, the Saints, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Bengals.
All right, same, but yeah, Jets, Ravens, Browns, Panthers, Rams, Bucs. I'm supposed to change my pick there. Yeah, let's make it 2 variations. I'm going to switch my pick there to Cowboys.
Okay, you're going Cowboys. That's official.
That's my official.
Doing it.
I hate it. I would prefer the Buccaneers won and make it a 6-game lose streak. But all right, so Cowboys, Packers, Eagles, Saints, Raiders, Broncos, Patriots, Cardinals, and the Bengals.
All right, so we deferred on 2. You're going Cowboys. I'm going Buccaneers. And you're going Cardinals, and I'm going Seahawks. So as much as I want the Cardinals to win, they are my second team. I just think the Seahawks are better at this point in the season. Even though they don't, I'm not even sure what the records are, but there are those games where they've lost. And
yeah, the Cardinals definitely have a better record. I think the Seahawks have 4 losses.
Yeah, I think we only have 2?
Yeah, I think
3.
so.
Either way, I think the overall team and the way that they're playing, I think the Seahawks are going to win.
We'll find out Sunday.
Yeah. All right, well, those were our picks for Week 10. So tune in next week when we give a recap of these picks and see how well or bad we did. There's a few weeks where we both did really well, like last week, and then this week we both did really bad.
Yeah.
So tune in next week when we do that, and we give our Week 11 picks. And hopefully the Patriots are still one of the 3 undefeated teams.
Maybe
hopefully they're the only undefeated team.
That'd be great, but not likely.
No, not likely. All right, until then, we are your hosts, Movie Master Mike.
And Boston Boy.
Reminding you to speak your geek.
Balance your geek.
Geek